What's going on, everybody? C4 here. Welcome back to the channel. We are here for episode 40 of the Las Vegas Raiders franchise mode. I think without a shadow of doubt, the longest franchise. Usually we stop in the 30s, but we are you know, it's been on point. It's been on point, and our team has been on point. We had a up and down episode last week. Week 14 against the Steelers, we got stomped. Week 15 against the Titans, we stomped them. So now we have really a big game within our division here, Week 16 against the Denver Broncos, a team historically we have done very, very well with. But when you're paying attention to the AFC West, we can't slip up. You know, the Chargers are right there. We both have 9 wins. The only thing that separates us is our tie. I actually am a little bit interested to see what the Chargers have left on their schedule. I mean, it's really unpredictable, but I would like to see. Let's see here. What are the likelihood that they win their last 2 games? The Chargers are sitting here. They got the Rams and the Broncos as well. The Rams could be a tricky one. They lost to the Bengals, which is brutal for them, or else they would have been ahead of us in the division. But they have Rams and Denver. They both share Denver, so that's almost magnifies the fact that we need to go out and win this game at home. It's our final home game of the season. Would bring us to 10 wins on the year. That is a great starting point. I mean, when you look at the Denver Broncos, they're not that good. They're an 81 overall. We're an 89 overall. From top to bottom, we are a much stronger team. But they have some talent, man. Von Miller, Chase Young, Chris Harris Jr. as their X Factor, Stearns, ETN, and Bryce Callahan as their superstar. It's, you know, they're a solid team. They are a solid team, but I don't think there's a chance in hell they stop us from getting our 10th victory on the season. Oh, come on a big third, and man, they're moving the ball. Teddy 5 of 5. Lindsley has a couple big runs. I'm nervous, especially because we had to settle for a field goal on our opening drive. Oh, come on. That's just soft tackling. CJ Henderson on the fence about his development, and hasn't made plays. I don't think he has like any picks this year. He's playing soft. He is playing soft on the outside. Cortland Sutton takes the pretty much check down from Teddy Bridgewater, finds his way in the end zone, and just like that, our Raiders have to fight back. We're down. Look at that. Joyner, too. Old man Joyner gets popped. And a nice sack. Chase Young, he's a monster, man. Might be the best player in college football right now. Very annoying going up against him twice a year. Oh, fullback power. Chris Warren. Best fullback in the National Football League coming in, giving Josh Jacobs a rest. That's John Gruden. Runs over Von Miller. That is insane. The one guy in the field I would never expect my fullback to run over, and he just posterized Von Miller on his way to getting his first touchdown of the season. That was filthy. That was disrespectful. Run! Come, that's a whiff. That is a terrible missed tackle. You cannot miss a tackle like that in the second level. What is going on? Philip Lindsay, it's pay dirt. And just like that, we're losing again. There you go. There you go. You think Philip Lindsay gets a big run? All it takes is for Vander Esch to get a clean shot up the middle. Forces the fumble. Garyon Conley with a clear recovery. Vegas Raiders take over with great field position. But look at that hit. That's, you know, Lindsay's a smaller running back. That's what happens when you come in to Vegas' own Thad Castle. We're getting shredded right now. Noah Fant, Philip Lindsay. It's not good. I mean, good news is there's over a minute left for me to try to do some damage and get some points here. But Carl Joseph, I think that's twice. He whiffed in the second level. And look at that. That was just a piss poor effort to try to cover Noah Fant. I mean, he's an outrageously athletic tight end. You got to do better than that.
I'm gonna run you over.
Great catch. Man, Renfro's been pretty much the only wide receiver that can get open here today. He's almost at 100 yards, I think. So, full kudos to him. Maybe, actually, let's see if we can get him a touchdown, because he definitely deserves it. 99 yards on the game. Been very, very good. And there we go, wide open. We trust him. We trust him as much, if not more so, than any wide receiver on this team. He's been very, very hot over as of late. Probably the best wide receiver we've had in terms of red zone production. Showing that he's a little bit of a baller as well as the Raiders regain the lead. Oh, he got out of the end zone. He got out of the end zone. Thank God. Troy Pride Jr. coming in on the corner blitz. Tell you what, there's one play in Madden history that I am awful against. It is picking up a corner blitz. So 3rd and 14. We're just going to try and slant our way to get out of here. Oh, it's Renfro! Go! White Lightning! 99 yards, White Lightning! Oh, he's just so not fast. Oh, if he was... whatever. Insane play. Oh, no! He could do no wrong until he dropped that for sure touchdown. God damn it. There we go. There we go. He's the star of the day. Hunter Renfro dropped a touchdown last drive, makes up for it here. 2nd tutty of the game. Denver Broncos are going for it. 4th and 4. This is pretty much game for them. If we get the ball back, we're gonna, control the clock. And there you go, CJ Henderson. We called him out earlier as when was the last time he made a play? There we go. There we go. Former 1st-round pick out of Florida, making his first big play of the season. Hey, better late than never. Week 16 to seal the game against divisional rival Denver Broncos. Oh, John Abram, just cool. Just throw him the pick. Oh, he's returning that. He's taking that to the house every day of the week. Abrams tank, pick 6, 3rd interception of the season. Let's move on to the next game. And you look at the bottom of the ticker, Chargers are winning this game. So this is very, very important that we got this dub this week. So we came through with a big victory, 46-28. Game was a lot closer than the score would tell you, but our defense came to play. Our offense was efficient. Trevor Lawrence, 355 yards on the day, near perfect QBR. 2 touchdowns, no picks. We got 95 yards for Josh Jacobs. Chris Warren destroyed, absolutely destroyed Von Miller to get a nice little touchdown there. Hunter Renfro, career day for him, 9 catches, 197 yards, 2 touchdowns. And look at that. I mean, set to be a free agent. Probably going to cut him. So that's going to be positive. Leighton Vander Esch made plays all over the field. 11 tackles, 2 TFLs. We had 2 TFLs from Garyon Conley, who sniffed out a lot of screen passes. Sack and a half and 2 TFLs for Mohurst, the best defensive player in the NFL. A sack for Riddick. Cleveland Furrow with a sack. 2 picks. Henderson with the finally making a play. And Jonathan Abram with a pick 6. Also need to give full credit to Daniel Carlson. 6 of 6 for his field goals here today. I did miss an extra point. It is what it is, but huge victory. Huge victory. Our 10th win of the season. Divisional victory. Let's see how everything lines up for Week 17 and ensure that we get into the playoffs. So as we go ready for Week 17, we actually have a new scenario. Rest or start, coach. Our postseason seeding is locked in. And I think it's a good idea to use Week 17 to get some key players a little rest. And no one has earned more than Rodney Hudson. Our center? Okay. I think you're right. We'll rest Rodney Hudson. The fewer downs he plays, the more Stanley will have for the playoffs. Whatever, the more downs. Okay. Cool. I don't know why that's not the whole team, but if he says our seeding is locked down, win or lose, we're going to be top in the AFC West. I mean, where does that put us for the rest of the NFL? In the AFC, we're the 2 seed. So we get the lockdown 2 seed, 10 wins. Chargers are right there. I mean, we don't want to lose. It's Jags, 8-7. Like, this is playoffs for them. They're going to be going on. I don't know if I want to sit everyone, but we pretty much learned our lesson last year. Played John Ross, got hurt. I'm not going to say that's the reason why we lost. We had a bunch of other reasons as my game's freezing. But I do think we will rest our starters here this week. We just can't take a bad injury. We have to go into this playoffs at full strength. So, because we started this franchise very early, some players aren't great. That should be better. Like, you look at our practice squad in particular. Sage Surratt, for example, having an insane season for Wake Forest. And like in my updated draft classes, I think he's a 70 overall, for example. But because this was like from preseason, we had no idea. And looking at our quarterback, we had Tate Martell. He was our backup quarterback. And it looks like more and more in college football, he's going to be like probably moving positions to wide receiver or something. And we had a quarterback on our practice squad who's debatably in the conversation for the #1 overall pick right now. But coming into it, looking at really the preseason, because his last year at LSU was average at best, we have Joe Burrow here. So, I mean, it's going to be great for the clicks, but we are going to give Joe Burrow the start in our final game of the season. I mean, he probably should be like a 70 overall, 60. You know, maybe he should be 10 points over higher. I'm not going to modify it, even though if he was 100% on any other team, if he was like a backup quarterback on the Rams, for example, I would give him probably, you know, I would correct it. I've corrected a lot of picks that I've got wrong. You know, low ratings that we started out that are having outstanding seasons. Like, for example, like if Jerry Jeudy, who's amazing, if I thought he sucked, I just completely slept on him in my draft classes, and he was only like a 68 overall. I would just go in right now in this save and make him like an 85 or something ridiculous. So, unfortunately, because Joe Burrow is on my team, we're not going to do that, but we're going to give him some action here against the Jacksonville Jaguars in Week 17, our final matchup.
18 Gator. 58, right? Hey, Foxtrot. Right there.
All right, let's go, Joe Burrow. How do you feel under center? Quick check down, Jalen Richard, to get yourself an early first down, some confidence on your drive.
58.
First and goal. Come on, Joe Burrow. Let's see you operate in the red zone, bud. You're going against the Jag starters. And wide open is DJ Chark. Going against his former team. He's the guy I'm most excited. I want to see how well he can perform here today, because he is on a one-year deal. I would love to resign him. 6'4", 94 speed. I can definitely use that. So let's see how he does here with Joe Burrow, and it's looking great, man. He's been his #1 target so far. Gets a great touchdown. As somehow the Raiders' second stringers are beating the Jags' first stringers when the Jags definitely need to win this game to have a chance at the playoffs. Oh, there's a safety. That's just... If I thought Trevor Lawrence's throwing motion was bad, my God, that took 4 years for him to throw that. Oh! Oh! DJ Chark, let's go! You're getting a new deal. You are getting a new deal.
I got him. Got double tight. Double tight. Five down. Stand up in.
Won't be denied. Won't be denied. Eno Benjamin. That looked like Chris Warren III out there. Unbelievable. Unreal. Unreal. Another waiver wire steal for the Vegas Raiders.
Here we go. Jackrabbit. Let's go.
4th and 6. We're going for, I mean, this game means nothing to us, let's be honest. We just want to try and get some good tape up there. And it doesn't matter because John Ross. Ooh. John Ross is wide open, and Joe Burrow reminds everyone why he's a 58 overall quarterback, at least in this Madden save. Like, look at how long that throwing motion is, man. We had a chance with Damian Riley. That literally was like a 3-second throwing motion. And then Connor Williams, being the piece of garbage that he is, also picks up a hold. Oh, come on. He done so well to this point. Oh, they got Nick Foles. Nick Foles is clutch as hell. This field goal will take the playoff hopeful Jags to overtime against my second stringers. Well, actually, I'm playing most of my starters on defense, but my second string offense anyways. Oh! Oh, that's 15 tacked on. I think we might be able to attempt a field goal here. We might be able to attempt a field goal here. On their 38. Hell yeah!
We got this.
We're going to attempt. That's 55. That's a gimme. They just blew their own chance. Oh, that's perfect. Oh! Jalen Ramsey just cost the Jacksonville Jaguars a victory. That was unreal. Damian Riley, phenomenal job. Great job, Joe Burrow. Going up against a very, very tough Jacksonville Jaguar defense. AJ Boye, Jalen Ramsey, then Marcel Darius got like 5 sacks. Don Terry Poe, Josh Allen. They got a bunch of studs. It was not an easy game. I was expecting to lose, and I think we got to this game injury-free. DJ Chark emerged as a very viable option. Joe Burrow, 77% completion percentage, might be our brand new backup going forward. Looking at the Raiders here today, Joe Burrow, 251 yards, 1 touchdown, no picks, and he got sacked a whole lot. The offensive line was not helping him out. 56 yards and a touchdown for Eno Benjamin. That touchdown was sick. From a receiving standpoint, DJ Chark, 6 catches, 116 yards, and a touchdown on the day. Ratley was also pretty damn good. Look at the sacks, though. 3 sacks getting up from Connor Williams. We got 2 sacks from Cushenberry. We had to sit Rodney Hudson because of that scenario, and Cushenberry got a rude awakening. You know, at least there was that familiarity, though, between Joe Burrow and his center. That's a crucial chemistry on your offensive line. But Connor Williams is horrendous, man. Defensively, John Abram was all over the field. 11 tackles, 2 TFLs. We had 2 sacks from Mo Hurst, 2 TFLs for him, 2 TFLs, and a sack from Neville Gallimore. A pick for Garyon Conley and Leighton Vander Esch as we end the season with a huge victory Now we actually will do a stat recap of where everyone finished this season. We'll find out who we're taking on in the playoffs, and that will be it for episode 40. So moving on into the playoff wildcard. We don't have to play the wildcard round. That's awesome. I mean, I'm pretty sure that victory against the Jags definitely solidified a bye. 11-4-1. We finished the year the number 2 seed, or at least tied for the number 2 seed in the NFL with the Colts. Really dominant, man. I thought this season could go either way. We could just live in the shadow of that horrific playoff loss, championship game loss, and then just not even make the playoffs this year. But we really, offensively, we were outstanding down the stretch. Defensively, we were good throughout the year. Still have a terrible offensive line, but number 1 seed in the AFC. I don't know what the tiebreaker is, but we have it. Did we beat the Colts maybe when we played them? I'm not exactly sure, but that's awesome, man, that we have that. And, I mean, we might as well we'll find out who we're playing first in the division round, and then we'll look at all of our stats throughout the season. So it's going to be the Browns. Oh, I love going up against Myles Garrett. I absolutely love going up against Myles Garrett, especially when our offensive line is... Oh, Myles Garrett on Trent Brown? Oh, I can't wait for that. We'll do it for how we did the playoffs last year. Like, it'll be 1 game per episode. We'll do it a lot more longer format. You guys will get a lot more of like the game by game, play by play kind of stats here. But let's look at our final season stats here as we wrap up here episode number 40. Trevor Lawrence first in the league in passing yards, 3rd in touchdowns, 4,600 passing yards, 36 touchdowns to 15 picks, 68% completion percentage, sacked 70 times. I want to guess he has more than double the amount of sacks of any other quarterback in the league. Oh, whoa. Okay, well, we got 49 for Carr. The Carr pool, he actually had a pretty damn good year. I wonder if the Vikings made the playoffs. 28-4 for Derek Carr is not bad. I mean, again, look at that. There's your comparison. Oh, the Carr pool, huh? We weren't getting this kind of stats from Derek Carr anymore, especially without Antonio Brown on this roster, I don't think. But, yeah, 70 sacks for Trevor Lawrence is very pathetic. We're going to go for almost a complete overhaul in our offensive line this offseason. And we might have found a brand new backup quarterback here in Joe Burrow. Rushing, we had almost 1,600 yards and 8 touchdowns for Josh Jacobs. Didn't get hurt either. Didn't miss a single game. 105, almost 106 yards per game. That's pretty cool. Fullback of the year probably again in Chris Warren, 2 touchdowns. Even just for running over Von Miller in that game against the Denver Broncos, he should make the Pro Bowl yet again. I don't know where Josh Jacobs stood in the league. He's up there. He was 2nd last time I checked behind Ezekiel Elliott. Oh, because he didn't play that final game. He lost by 2 yards, the number 3 spot, or the number 2 spot. He's sitting at number 3 now, just behind Zeke and Christian McCaffrey. But really, really productive. Even the top passer and the number 3 running back. Your offense is pretty damn potent. For receiving, 54 catches. I mean, we didn't get a lot of volume, but the production was there. 11, almost 1,200 yards for C.D. Lamb. 13 touchdowns. We had 1,100 yards. 11 touchdowns for John Ross. 909 for Hunter Renfrow. 644 and 2 for Moreau. Almost 450 for Josh Jacobs. Starting to utilize him a little bit more this season as a receiving back. How that stacks up against the rest of the league. D.D. Westbrook was your league leader in yards. Again, we sat everyone the final week. We probably would have had a chance at C.D. Lamb anyways, being the number 1 receiver. But, right there at number 3, John Ross, top 10 right there, over 1,000 yards. Renfrow down there too. Renfrow, where's he at? Actually, there's a lot of wide. There's a log jam there for the wide receivers with 900 yards. Now, here's the one thing I don't want to look at, but we need to. Connor Williams giving up 25 sacks, 22 for Trent Brown. Yet again, back-to-back years, our tackles are 1st and 2nd place in giving up sacks in a single season. I mean, we see someone like David Bakhtiari getting up an 11. It gives you a little bit more perspective, but it's still really, really bad, man. I think we're definitely letting Trent Brown hit free agency. I think we're probably going to move. I mean, maybe we could slide Connor Williams into guard and maybe move John Runyon out to tackle, where Connor Williams is more naturally a guard. That's where he plays right now for the Dallas Cowboys in real life. Maybe that's something we can look at. I don't know. And then finishing up defensively, at least for your Raiders, tackle machine. Hargrave's got over 100 tackles, but 133 tackles for Leighton Vander Esch, 15 TFLs, 3 QB sacks, 1 interception. What did we give him? What was his contract? Like $1 trillion? What did we had to pay to bring him in? Worth every penny here, especially for how well he played. We got him a 5-year, $89 million deal. Amazing. Huge. And then look at it. He's best defensive player in the NFL. 30 TFLs, 19 sacks from a research from a D tackle position. We got 13 and 13 for Cleveland Furls, 16 and 4.5. The TFLs are great, man. Neville Gallimore had 9, 15 for Van Der Esch, 11 for John Abram. That's the best linebacker tandem in the NFL. Jonathan Abram and Leighton Van Der Esch. Abram also had 3 interceptions. But because everyone, if you don't know, now you know, when you go against the AI, they throw a lot of checkdowns, a lot of screens to tight ends, wide receivers. So my corners have an insane amount of TFLs. Garyon Conley, Hargraves living in the backfield. For picks, 4 picks for Vernon Hargraves, 3 for Abram, 2 for Joseph, 2 for Garyon Conley, which is a little bit low for Garyon Conley. But he still is one of the better ball hawks. But picks are all over across the board, really, really good. I guess we will compare that to the rest of the league here, at least defensively. So the leading tackler was Devin White. Leighton Van Der Esch, number 4 in the league in tackles. I don't think I've ever had a linebacker get that many tackles for me. I mean, we do play 12-minute corners, which helps keep it a little realistic. But that's Phil. Okay, maybe he's not the best defensive player in the NFL. Justin Houston breaking the single-season sack record with 26. I mean, I don't know. I'm going to be honest with you. I feel like Mo Hurst's stats are still better. 26 sacks are ridiculous. He broke a record, right? And 15 TFLs. But 30 TFLs in 19. So it's 7 less sacks, but 15 more TFLs. I don't know. I still think Mo Hurst is the best. For picks, 7 picks, Denzel Ward. He's a big playmaker for sure. I'll show you else. Just for kicker, special teams. Number 1 kicker without a shadow of a doubt. It's not even close. It's Daniel Carlson. 97% made, 36 field goals. That must be some sort of record, or at least up there. So there's your kicker of the year. And the punter, something we do is we pride ourselves on our punts. We had a lot of punt. Man, early on in the year, the first half of the year when the sliders were all yanked up, look, we still finished with the 2nd most punts. Like, we had a bunch of plays, but 56 punts. You know what it is, man. In the 20, 31 for down, best punter in the league. I don't care about average or anything like that, because my average, I don't kick it through the end zone. We are very, very technical. Return yards, I think Puka Williams is up there for a couple of these. I know he was actually one of the better punt returners. So yeah, he's about top 10 in terms of kick returning. But a lot of our teams, especially our special teams, man, one of the best special teams unit in the league. So there you go. I guess the debate could be open. Who's better, Justin Houston or Mo Hurst? My money is going to go biasly with Mo Hurst, but to each their own, as we have secured a playoff berth, 11-4-1, and we're going to kick off the next episode with our divisional playoff game against the 9-7 Cleveland Browns. I'm sure that's going to be an utter headache trying to stop Myles Garrett, but that is for another day. Hope you guys did enjoy this episode. As always, if it's your first time stopping by, don't be afraid to hit that subscribe button. Maybe hit the subscribe button. Let's learn how to talk to you for. Smash the like button if you enjoyed. Maybe 1,500 likes on this video. That would be unreal. And I'll catch you guys back here on the next one. Peace out.
Money I'm spending, I'm out and I'm shopping. You talking that shit when you talking and talking. Look at my options, look at me dropping. Ass in the game like, who are you stopping? Not me, not me, not never. Not me, not me, not never. Not me, not me, not never. I'm way too clever. Look at the kid, Mr. Consistent, I'm doing it big. Way too